Hi, it's Bao again, and today's topic is money habits that make us poor. I myself used to be very wasteful with my money. I used to buy a lot of clothes and a lot of kitchen items that I'm not actually used, and they didn't add any values to my life. And at the end of the day, I didn't save a lot of money. So there is many reasons that make us poor. First reason is that we are not frugal with our money, with our lifestyle. And as the inflation is increasing in every countries, Asia, in American, and everything is going up. Remember a few years ago when we go to shopping or we go to the grocery store, we only spend like $100 per week to buy food, but up to 2025 we tend to spend double or even triple when we go to the supermarket, because everything is going up. And when our salary is increasing, we tend to spend more. We tend to catch up with our salary increase, and that is not good at all. And at the end of the month, when we look back at our money, we don't see any money left. So remember, everything is more expensive right now. So be careful when we want to buy something. The second reason is we don't invest earlier. I made a very big mistake when I was in my 20s, that I don't invest. I don't keep any investment for myself. And whenever I receive my salary, I just spend. I just buy the clothes. I just buy the food. I just go to the supermarket. I buy whatever I like. And honestly, when I look back, now I'm already 40s, 20 years already. I figure out that I didn't make any investment when I was in my 20s. And actually, investment is not like we think. We think that investment is 2,000, 3,000 per month, but it's not actually like that. We can save like 100, 200, 300. It depends on our salary, and investment needs consistency. It needs usually regularly. Think about that. Every month you put $200 in the investment account, and you use that money to invest to the index fund or any or the SPY 500. And 10 years later, you will have like 20,000, 30,000, and that will make a big difference on our saving. The third reason is that we don't track our expense. Like I said earlier, whenever I want to buy clothes, whenever I want to buy any makeup, any new makeup items, I just like and I just want it, just order and I buy. I don't think much. Is that the one? Is that cosmetic I want, and is that clothes? Does that clothes I really need, or it just I want at that time? And there's so many clothes and so many things in my wardrobe I didn't use even in one time. And when I calculate the amount of money I spent on those clothes and those items, it's add up like 2,000, 3,000 per month, and I was short of that money. So tracking our expense Whenever we buy something, whenever we want want to buy something, think triple, think 3 times before we decide. That will make us be more careful on what we are spending right now. The next reason is that we always pay ourselves last. What does it mean? It means that whenever we receive our money, our income, we pay our bills, we pay our rent, we pay our cars, we pay our grocery, we pay everything, and the rest is our saving. And this is not a good habit because we don't keep that saving away from the monthly expense, and that saving will be decreased. It will be going down every month because we don't plan in ahead. We don't plan that we have to save every month 500, 400, 200. That's why we cannot save a lot of money. The next reason is that we try to make the maximum loan. Think about whenever we plan for a new phone, we want to buy for a new car, or even we plan for a house. That is the lender's job. They try to offer us as much credit as possible, and we should plan carefully before we decide for the monthly payment. So if our salary is 4,000 per month, don't accept the credit line of 3,000 per month for the new car because it's not suitable for our budget. This is the big difference between what we can afford and what we can receive. That's why think carefully before we make a decision for the loan. The next reason is that we don't contribute to the retirement account. Whenever it's a 401k or a Roth IRA, if our company offer for the 401k, that is perfect. Take all of the advantage of the 401k. Try to contribute as much as possible. This can help us build the retirement account when we reach 60, and it can help us reduce the tax income yearly. If your company don't offer 401k like my company, so open a Roth IRA. Everyone can open the Roth IRA, and we can contribute up to 7,000 per year. And when we reach 50, we can contribute up to 7,500 per year. And when we reach 59 years old and a half, we can take out all of the money out, and that money is tax-free. If we contribute monthly consistently, we can save up to 30,000 per year, and that money is very huge. The next thing is we have only one source of income. A lot of us only work for one job, for one full-time job. We are dedicated for our job. We are so loyalty. At 9, we go to the office. At 6, we go home, and it's a routine. And in this economy, uncertainty, layoff happens very regularly. And we cannot know when we can be laid off or when the jobs is still exist. And it's really tough to look for a new job right now. I myself tries many times to search for a new opportunity, but it's pretty difficult. So try to find a part-time jobs. Try to find a freelance. It can be a tutoring, it can be teaching, it can be an online sales, anything that can earn more money, because our economy is very tough right now, and we don't know what happened next. And the next reason that we don't have the emergency fund for ourselves, so things can happen. Maybe each of us will have the medical issues, and we need large amount of money, 10,000, 20,000. We don't know. That is life. That's why having an emergency fund is very necessary and is a must right now. If we don't have the emergency fund, and if we face any medical issues or our family members face any emergency medical issues, so we have to make a loan to a bank, or we have to lend money, big amount of money, and that will trap us to a debt trap that we can afford to pay in the future. And the next thing is that credit trap. So that is the trending, that is the economic trending. Credit card. Everybody try to make a lot of credit card to pay, but we don't think about the trap, the credit trap. In the end of the day, if we have a lot of credit card, we are not aware of what we are spending or what we are paying for. We just swipe the card whenever we go shopping or whenever we go eating, and we will borrow a lot of money, and that make us fall into the debt very soon, and that is not good for our financial independence. And the last but not least, that is being too cheap. So being too cheap is pretty much different from being frugal. Frugal is we try to manage our finance, manage our expense, saving. But being too cheap is we buy a lot of things that is too cheap and is not quality. Think about if we buy a handbag that is cost $10, but we can use only 6 months, and valuable another handbag that is cost like 200, 300, but we can use it like 10 years. That is the big difference, right? And for the cheap items, we have to pay more. We have to buy more cheap items, and that expense is cost us more with the quality one. And that is all of my sharing. I hope you like my videos, and I take care. See you next time.